Yes, it did. It put a whole lot more icing on Richie's cake. What good is the cake if it ain't got the sweet frosting? That dynamic duo, Batman and Robin. Whoever don't like it, that man's problem. Let's get down to who that girl was in the CB shop with me all day long up there in Chester. When that shit hit the fan, wasn't that a beautiful thing? Hold it. That soon-to-be Richie's wife, she's been singing about Richie all these years in her music. That is Sade the singer, a.k.a. Little Jeannie Pistone, Donnie Brasco, Joe's little daughter, one of his 3 daughters, my own, Mr. Smooth Operator to the hilt, and I'm clear. Oh, don't forget the magic words. She tells you in most of her songs we're anything but human. His eyes are like angels. His heart is cold.
Hold on. I have one question for you. What do you know about Sade? Because I poked her out once.
I don't care what you did, my friend. If you know her the way I do, you know Sade is just a stage name to save tax money. Her real name is Jeannie. And what I know about her is she's my soulmate. She's my mentor trainer's little daughter. That is Joe Pistone, the real Donnie Brasco, one of his 3 little girls. If you take note in the movie, when her mother on the steps, played by Anne Hesh, tells her tie her shoes, and she says, I don't want to, they hurt. Take a notice to the best of Sade, the song called Pearls, where she talks about a woman who lives in a body, who lives a life she didn't choose, and it hurts like brand new shoes. There's a reason when you're an archangel, your brand new pair of shoes do hurt when you purchase them from the store till they're broken in. There is a big reason for that, and only us archangels and angels know the reason for that. I'm sorry, you little cherubs on the globe, but that's for upper echelon angels, the kind with the 3 sets on their back and their soulmates, the seraphim, the seraph. I'll be back in a minute.
That's kind of funny you mentioned Sade. I met her once when I was working down by Woodside, and she was with her 2 bouncers, and I said, I knew who she was. I didn't give a fuck. I said, damn, Ma, you sexy, from across the platform. She was heading towards Manhattan, right? And then the bouncer guys are looking at me. I'm like, yo, come on, nobody on this platform knows it's you, Sade. Just me. Can I get your number? And she looked at me and smiled. I went downstairs, went up. The bouncer tried to put his hands on me because I was getting close to her, because I went up from one platform to the other. And I got her number and beat it one day.
Well, listen, my man, I don't know about that comment if it was made to irk me, but let me tell you the real truth about that. Me and her go way back from childhood. We've been together for a long time. We are soulmates. We know the reason we do have to marry. She wanted to get married after the shit hit the fan in Chester, New Jersey. I could not sit across from her father at a dinner table who trained me and have him say, ha ha ha, you're living off my little girl, man. Well, at the time of my suspension, she was worth $8.5 million after not surfacing for over a decade. Me, my worth, $23 million. That President Bush decided to freeze it all because I could fund my own little war and take care of this thing that's not finished. But long story short, when the shit hit the fan in Chester, that's when it went down. And at the present time, her worth was 8.5, and I was 3 times that worth. Now, her 3 concerts and tours since the year 2000 have netted her about $48 million in worth. She's still going to be my wife. She's still my soulmate. She's still little Jeannie Pistone under it all. And you know what the beauty of it is? Tell me, how did the most beautiful, and I mean most beautiful, white girl, part Sicilian, part Irish, little gypsy chick that she is, little Joey's little girl, how does a gorgeous, beautiful, little petite white girl like that make it onto the cover of Ebony magazine? Well, let me fill you in on that there. Let me enlighten you there. First, I'm going to state something before that. Anything she does in her world, I gave her all permissions and everything to live the life she wants. Yeah, she'll be my wife. Yes, she my soulmate. Yes, anything she did with any men or relationships prior to the day we tied a knot and become legal has no bearing on me. I don't care. I gave permission for it all. I don't care how many of her ex-boyfriends roll up on me. First of all, I'm just going to smile at them and say no sweat. But you don't have the superhuman, immortal chick that I got. And believe you me, she never fucked you the way she fucks me. So with that, I'm going to answer your question about the question of that should be asked. How did a pretty little white girl like that make it onto the cover of Ebony magazine? Well, on every album cover that she did, she gave you a different ethnic look and a different ethnic background look. On the album cover called Love Deluxe, where she's as black as the Ace of Spades, for the record and the public, that's because we took a 50-gallon drum of dark molasses and dumped it over her. It took her 3 days to get it all out of her hair and 2 days to get it all off her skin. But that is the reason they believe she is African American. 127, all that bullshit you read in her biography on the web, 80% of that is 100% pure fictitious bullshit, just like her daddy's undercover operation. Now I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it to you so you could say, wow, he ain't lying. Here we go. In her biography on her website, she does give you one piece of truthful information. And you do not have to be a detective to figure this out. But it will take a detective to say, holy shit, he's 100% correct. In that biography, she gives you her mother's name being Ann and Hayes. Now, we're old school, so it's real easy to remember the name Ann Hayes, because most of us old school cops from the baby boom era, we did grow up watching the Mod Squad. So because of Lincoln Hayes, it's very easy to remember the name Ann Hayes, where she does tell you that's her mother. Let's get out of her website. Let's go to Joseph D. Pistone, My Undercover Life in the Mob, Donnie Brasco, the Donnie Brasco book. Now, I don't know where it is on your computer screen, how many pages you'll have to scroll down, but I do know that in the handheld, paperback version of this book, he does in fact indeed give you his wife's name in that book before marriage, witness protection, the operation, or any of the name changes, and that being Miss Ann Hayes. So tell me, what's that name doing in both places? Is it just coincidence, or is Richie friends with the family? Is Joey the man who trained him? Is Little Jeannie, a.k.a. known to the world as Sade, gonna be his soon-to-be wife? Stay tuned. The headlines will read, Sade weds her smooth operator. I'm Claire.
Yo, I can't believe this shit, yo. You got me tripping, yo. Yo, nah, serious? Oh, no bullshit. This is like, I have to say, how many years ago? I don't know. I was working down in Key Food by Woodside. The Key Food on the Queens Boulevard side, over there by Big Six. I'm sure you know the area. Anyway, so I'm more, I used to work in that area and shit like that, but this is back in the day, son. This is back in the day. But I had no idea that, I used to work down in the coffee shop. Down in Manhattan. It's called the Coffee Shop, right there by 14th Street. You know where that is, right?
Yes, sir, I sure do. I used to manage a pizzeria as a cover front right on St. Mark's Place, right across from the St. Mark's movie theater there. You see now, I gave you some serious information just now. So when you want to say this is unreal, unbelievable, I got you going, just do what I told you to do, man. Use those tools you have at your disposal to research it. Check out her website, read the bio, then go to Joey's book,